So guys, let's talk about let's talk about this Little League football shooting in Dallas. What is going on in the world and how do we stop it? The thing is, I know it's a competitive sport. It's a very emotional sport. And people get caught in their feelings. But this is not a situation that only takes place in Dallas. That's across the board, where you see coaches fighting coaches, getting into it with referees, parents. Something have got to give, because the elders are taking the fun out of the sport. Now, can y'all imagine how both of their kids feel about watching? One is watching their dad die, get shot to death. The other is watching their dad pull out a gun and actually kill somebody. Now, I've talked about the fatherhood on a few of my posts. What do we need to do, guys? Because there's no fear nowadays. And the answer to a lot of you is death. Why? What is so important about it that you're willing to take a life? Because the last that I checked, there ain't no kids coming out of Little League going into the pros making millions of dollars. Parents need to stop living through these kids thinking that they're better than they are, and then you want to blame everybody for your faults. What is so serious about it that your blood pressure have to rise that much? And how do you have that kind of hatred for somebody? Because of a game. You got to remember, these coaches are mentors. These coaches are doctors. These coaches are lawyers. These coaches are pastors. They are everything to these kids. And it's sad that some of these parents are willing to take the life of them. You got to remember, some of these kids don't talk to you, but they'll have a conversation with these coaches, and they'll talk about some real intimate stuff that's bothering them about you. Now, here, coaches are life changers to these kids, and it's not just when they play for you, but when they leave also. You got to remember, coaches are a part of the village. They are part of who raising your kids. I'm just trying to figure out what's the solution, because it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And it doesn't seem to be stopping. You're going to reach a point to where you're not going to have any referees out there on the field because they sick of arguing with your parents. They sick of fights breaking out on the field. They sick of you following them to the parking lot. Now their life in jeopardy. Little Leagues are going to have to pay $30 to $100 an hour for a police officer to sit out on the field just so the kids can have a good time and play a sport that they love. And they don't have to worry about you acting a fool. What is it we're going to have to do to change the culture? Because right now, it ain't looking good. It's not looking good. Youth sports are going to suffer because of it. Make sure y'all tune in, because I'm going to share a story with you that happened to me over the summer. Touching. It's touching. Make sure you cue in for that.